Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to introduce you to all of my pets. There are a couple that you probably aren't going to see. One I know for sure is Morticia, my tokay gecko. It is daytime and she's not going to be out. She's going to be hiding. She's also not a very handleable pet, and I am fully aware that tokay geckos have a very high chance of not being handleable. I got her strictly as an observation pet. There is no reason to stress out an animal for the purpose of a video, so she will not be shown. However, I will put a little card up here to where you can click a video where you can see her. If you guys like cats, dogs, rats, and reptiles, go ahead and like and subscribe. It's pretty much all I ever talk about, and that's what brings me to YouTube, because not everyone likes to hear you talk about your pets constantly. So we're gonna start with one of my dogs. I have two. You can see his little ear. Come here, lazy. Let me just do like this. We can talk about him like this. He's being a good boy. So this right here is Tux. He is what is known as a pure mutt. We did a DNA test on him, and this fool has every single crazy hyper breed, yeah, I'm talking about you, that you can imagine in him. He has border collie, husky, heeler, like a cattle dog, pit bull, and white Swiss shepherd. He's a beautiful dog. He is literally one of those dogs that you're just like so in love with. They're so crazy. They're so hyper. They need a ton of attention, get into a ton of stuff if they don't have their needs met. But he really is just a good dog, and beautiful at that. Ignore my house shoes. Beautiful at that. I mean, he is absolutely stunning. I have thought about doing a series on my channel called The Adventures of Tornado Tux, because he has gotten into quite some stuff. If you notice, he has, I know I have a treat in that hand. This side of his face, he has a relatively large scar. It is disguised fairly well. You can see it. He has actually had a very sad story. He has actually had half of his face ripped off by another dog at one point, but he recovered from it very, very well. We learned quite a lot from that experience. It was not anyone's fault. It was literally just an accident, and something that can happen sometimes when you have pets. So we had a great vet team and worked right on through that. But this is Tux in a very rare, calm form. I'm very, very impressed. Thank you, kind sir. That was fantastic of you. Yes. Now I need to go get your sister. Yes, I do. Okay, so I've got Delilah here with me. In an attempt to separate the dogs, you are probably going to hear some loud clattering. Tux is in his crate, which is directly behind my vanity, which I've got this sitting on right now. And it's just the metal noise that a crate might make, but who knows. So this is Delilah. She is another good girl. That's my ring you just tried to bite. I actually got her from the shelter. She is a white German shepherd. If you notice, she does have some allergy issues. We've been working with the vet for a while, trying to get that figured out, but we're working on it. We did a DNA test on her as well, and we basically won the shelter jackpot in getting a purebred white German shepherd from the shelter. We didn't even know, but when we went the day that we went to go pick her out, it was a free adoption day because the shelter was that overpacked. Houston shelters do this a lot. They always have the free adoption days. They just are so overpacked. It's really, really sad, actually. But we did get a sweet, sweet girl out of it. Don't be giving people my phone number now. We did get a sweet, sweet girl out of it, and we are super thankful for her. So this is Delilah. Okay, I'm gonna have to look for my other cat. I have two cats, an orange tabby and a black Himalayan. My orange tabby's up here. His name is Jax. I'm 5'8". This is a ridiculously tall cat tree, by the way. Cat fur that was on there. This is a ridiculously tall cat tree, and my cats absolutely love it. But this is Jax. I got him as a kitten. Again, he's another one who had a little rough story when it came to being a kitten. He was sick when I got him. I think he had what they call Giardia. I'm not 100% sure. But I've actually had Jax for 5 years this year, so him's a good boy. Okay, I will leave you alone. Big yawns. Big yawns. He actually doesn't like people all that much. He's a good cat. He's gotten so much better than he used to be, but you can push his buttons. So if I stand here for too long, I'm gonna get swatted on the top of my head. You can see I'm thinking about it. So I think I'm gonna move into the reptile room, and Onyx will show himself when he feels like showing himself. All of my animals are indoor animals, especially my cats. My cats are very happy being indoor animals. I've never actually had an issue with them trying to escape. Entertain your cats and keep them indoors, guys. It's really what's best for the environment. Okay, so the other animal that I didn't think I was going to be able to get on camera, I'm not going to handle him, is my classic Indonesian blue-tongued skink. I am being a little quiet because he's out right now. He is a relatively new animal for me still. I've had him for a little over a month. I moved him out of quarantine. Oh, I've had him a lot longer than a month, but he got cleared by a vet, so I moved him out of a quarantine tank now into his permanent enclosure. His permanent enclosure, he's only been in for a couple of weeks. I just need to show him to you guys. I'll talk while I show him to you because he might run once I get too close to the cage. So let's just go look at him. Like tiptoe. Let's see. You guys can see him. His fogger's going, which is super cool. I'm not going to open the glass doors because I don't want to scare him. But basically the deal with him is he's been out of quarantine for a little while. He's been in his permanent enclosure, but not for very long. You can see him getting nervous and backing up, slowly backing up. So sad because I'm a friend, I promise. There's a way for him to get out in the back of that corkwood and then crawl underneath all of that foliage. So that's probably what he's about to do. And he's gonna leave us like that. Sorry for the glare. Okay, so he's pretty much gonna leave us. Anyways, basically what I was saying was he's an absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful animal. But he still hasn't, he let me tongue feed him once. So what I do whenever I get a new animal, especially an animal like a classic Indonesian, I'll go ahead and say it. Everyone who knows anything about skinks knows it is most likely a wild caught animal. I was told it was farm raised. That's the same thing as wild caught, basically. It's just someone who has some land who can go out and grab them from the wild. But I don't want him to be afraid of me. I don't want him to have bad experiences with me. I am planning to tame him down and make him more handleable, but he needs to be able to not run when I walk up to the enclosure as step 1. And step 2, he needs to be able to eat off of tongs from me. And then step 3, we're going to do that for a while before I actually start handling him more regularly. I did take him to a vet and get him cleared from a vet after I first got him. He did have a parasite that had to get treatment for, and he got all of that treatment. He's like gone now. This enclosure I made him is too good. It's got way too many hiding spots, and like we'll never see him at this point. Like he's out of there. But anyway, so he did get the clear from the vet and all that stuff. We had to handle him a lot during that time. It was not his favorite thing. And yeah, so I just decided to take a step back with how to tame him down because forcing him was not going to be the way to make it happen. Obviously for his own health, I forced it, but now he's healthy. He's got the clear. There's no more parasites and things like that. I'm not going to force it any longer, but moving on. So this guy right here is my bearded dragon. If you've noticed him on my channel before, I used to call him Khaleesi. The name never really stuck, so we pretty much just call him Dragon now. He's super sweet, calm, awesome dude. His colors are absolutely phenomenal right now. I think I'm actually gonna go take him back in my bedroom with that good lighting and not all of this animal artificial lighting and show you guys just how yellow he's looking today. Okay, so we've got a little bit better lighting here. This is Dragon. Like I said, he's like super yellow. You look good, bud. You look good in yellow. Yeah. I've had Dragon since he was a baby. I'll sit down. Hold on. Okay, So I've had Dragon since he was a baby. He was like a hatchling, teeny tiny. I found a video the other day, or a picture the other day, of me with him, and he was like literally like tail included, only took up like this much space on my shoulder. And now he can wrap, if he's like diagonal, he wraps all the way around me. He's absolutely beautiful. We are fans of Dragon in my house. He's actually probably my husband's favorite, other than the cats or the dogs. Probably my husband's favorite reptile. I don't really have a favorite actually, but he is super fun and handleable. He's a good boy. He is a good boy. He's got the standard bearded dragon attitude. I don't think I've ever seen him go dark beard on me or anything like that. He's just like really chill, super easy, eats his salads, super awesome. It's just an easy pet to take care of. So excited because we are currently working on redoing his enclosure. Anyone who knows me knows I will go off about how I hate how his enclosure is just so boring, and he deserves a much better enclosure than what he has been in. So I just haven't been inspired, and we tend to like to do things ourselves around here. And we have just been waiting to get inspired, and we finally have. Yeah, he is huge. It's like, him's a big boy here. What are you trying to do? That's what I need to know. What are you trying to do? But this is Dragon, our bearded dragon. So this next guy I'm gonna get out is always super excited. So he's gonna be a little crazy. I have had him since a hatchling. I got him at a reptile expo. I was with a lot of my animals. He is a jungle morph leopard gecko. Absolutely stunning, beautiful gecko. He is a 1.5 years old, and he is gorgeous. He's looks-wise might be one of my favorites. He's still a very active dude, which is why I moved him into a 40-gallon enclosure. Loves to come out whenever he sees me, and loves to climb on top of my head whenever I have him out for some reason. So he is a climber. Very, very mobile dude who is just disappearing off scene. He's like, I don't perform tricks for anyone. So that is him back there behind me. Crazy, crazy dude. Just so you guys know, I share this room with my daughter. It's like her playroom too. So that right there is the TV. That is not a nasty looking aquarium. It's a TV that she plays video games on, but it is reflecting a couple of the tanks on it. But it is not a nasty aquarium. I promise you that. Because that looks horrible. But anyway, so this is Mowgli. I named him Mowgli because he is a jungle morph leopard gecko, and he's a very, very active dude who is just roaming around right now. Sorry, I was looking at his humidity gauge, was saying it was a little higher than it needs to be, but we are in Houston and it's a pretty humid day today. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go ahead and put him back because he's getting wild on me. All right, and trying to think what is next in this room. Probably, let me show you. That's out, so be right back. I am going to get just one out at a time. It is daytime. They do pretty well, like adjusting to our schedule and being out during the daytime. But for the most part, we try to leave them alone until evening time. This one right here is Suki. She is a sweet, sweet girl. Such a sweet girl. I think she wants to eat this lipstick though. She is my baby. Both my rats are my babies. They're adorable and I just love them to pieces. Her and Oreo, both I got at the same time. I'm not gonna lie, I did get them from Petco, I think. They were already what were considered large rats. And in April, I would have had them for 2 years. So it is February now. So They are just 2 months shy of me having them for 2 years, but I think it is, you guys hear my bearded dragon climbing around. But I think it is safe to say that they are about 2 years old now. Yes, sweet, sweet girl. She loves to give me kisses, as you can see. She is just kissing all over. I know rats don't live super long, but I will be super excited if we make it to April and I can say that I've had them for the 2 years, because they are so phenomenal. I would love to have them live to 4 years. That is my hope. Or even 5 years, but you just never know. Like, I've seen so many different things on how long rats are supposed to live, like anywhere from 2 to 5 years. So I just don't know what to expect. They're both super healthy, so I'm hoping, and they're both still, as you can see, really active. They are female rats. Your male rats are the ones that are going to get like much more snuggly with you. Although I feel like Sookie is a very snuggly female. But let's get out your sister. Let's see what Oreo is up to. Okay, now Oreo is a much more wild rat than Sookie. Not quite as snuggly, but I think they like this lipstick. I think that's what's going on here. This is Oreo. Same story. Got her at the same time that I got Sookie. They are technically my daughter's rats. My daughter still comes in and spends a ton of time with them. She gets them out pretty regularly and hangs out with them outside of their cage. Once again, that's all my daughter's mess. I'm so sorry. It's gross. I'm trying to cover it. I don't know. But Oreo is more of the rat that's going to hang out in your hair and then run all over. So, same age, different temperaments. I love rats' personalities. I will say I probably am not going to get any more rats. I'm just perfectly happy with Oreo and Sookie. They're sweet, sweet babies. Yes, they are. All right, Oreo, I'm going to put you up because I got to go find Onyx. I have no idea where Onyx is, but I will give you baby's treats. Yes, I will. Okay, I am willing to bet that Onyx is in my daughter's room, so let's go find him. I was 110% correct. Onyx is in my daughter's room. So this is Onyx. Let me grab him. Oh, I know, you're just a big sleepy snuggly. Onyx is a very well-mannered cat. Another one that I picked up from the shelter. We'll just do this. I picked him up from the shelter. He is a phenomenal cat. I got him on Valentine's Day 5 years ago. And he was already estimated to be a year old, so he's about 6. Hi. He is just a phenomenal cat. He's definitely one of those animals who can sense pain. My daughter has a chronic pain issue, and he is always the first one there. He doesn't really like to have a lot to do with just about anybody except for me or my husband. However, he's usually how we know my daughter is about to have a pretty big flare-up. Ooh, big yawns. A pretty big flare-up, because it's when now she's not here right now. Her room is his favorite place to be when she's not home. But yeah, we can usually tell whenever she's about to have a pretty big flare-up of pain, because he will not leave her at all. He's just a phenomenal cat. I love him to death. Can you guys hear him purring? I don't know if he can or not. Purr. But anyways, so that is all of my pets. Thank you guys so much for watching. It was a much longer video than usual because everyone was included here, except for Morticia, my tokay gecko. But you can see her in other videos on my channel. So you guys have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe.